me and my sister are going to tell you about a twofold miracle. 2 years ago, I had an incredible opportunity to travel to an orphanage in Shifang, China with my dad, and while I was there, I met a little boy with no arms below the elbows. We called him Jamie. I fell instantly in love with this kid, and when we got home, I was convinced that God was telling me that we were supposed to adopt him. My mom, bless her heart, did everything that she could to get this child into our home, but the pieces just weren't fitting together and it wasn't working. For me, it was really, really scary because I didn't know if Jamie was ever going to be able to find a job with his condition in a country that had already turned him away once. I wasn't sure if he would ever hear about the love of God. And I had a crisis of faith. I was doubting God until something incredible happened. And God brought another little boy into our home. And for the first time, I realized that I had let my own desires and my own hopes get in the way of what God's plan really was.
I'm her sister Katie, and I'm going to talk about the second miracle that happened in our brother Gabriel's life. I first saw him at Wednesday night church when I saw a group of women all looking at a little tiny baby. So I walked over to go look at the tiny baby, and then Miss Becky Van Gilder, who was fostering him at the time, said to me, "I know what you want, sit down," and I got to hold that little tiny baby. My heart instantly melted. Then my mom came over and saw me holding that baby, and her heart instantly melted too. And the next day we got to see him again, and that night our parents told us that we were going to try to adopt that baby. And we got to babysit him a lot over the next couple weeks. But a couple of weeks after we met him, he went back into the hospital. Everything happened really fast. First, he only had a cold, and then the doctors were telling us that he wasn't going to make it. But against all odds, a couple weeks later, he got to come home. We were a little sad that he couldn't come home with us, but of course we were overcome with joy that he was going to be okay. And he moved in with us a couple weeks after that, and after fostering him for a year, we finally got to adopt him, and he's been bringing us joy ever since.